In a world ruled by web video, where online entrepreneurs and marketers strive to get noticed and stand out from the rest, one man will fight to unite us all and unveil the true power of web video, one episode at a time. Welcome to the Video Revolver Podcast. Discover how to harness the power of web video to increase traffic and sales on your websites. Grow a loyal following online and crush your competition. And now, here's your host. He's been late for every appointment he's ever had in his life, Peter Beattie.
Well, I like to call that fashionably late, but that is true, and I am working on that. Well, welcome to episode number 3 of the Video Revolver Podcast. I am Peter Beattie, your host, and what a nice day for a podcast. I'm recording this podcast for you on a sunny Monday afternoon here in southern Maine from my home. And I'm just sitting here looking out the window watching the snow melt off my roof, and the water's dripping down onto the ground, and that means that spring is on the way, and warm weather is finally in sight, and I'm really looking forward to this, so I'm in a good mood today. But enough about that. Today's topic is called 7 ways to boost sales and get more clients with online video. So in this podcast, I'm going to talk about a few of my favorite ways that you can use web video to increase sales of your products. If you sell products online, or if you work with clients one-on-one, maybe you're more of a service provider, we're also going to talk about some ways on how you can close more deals with clients. So we're going to get into that in a minute, but before we get started, I just wanted to remind you to head on over to my website, videorevolver.com, and sign up for free email updates to make sure that you do not miss anything else that I put out. I do a new podcast every week. I do a new video series, every week or other week or so. I release, awesome products, sometimes on a monthly or bi-monthly basis on how to use web video to sell more of your stuff. So again, make sure you head on over to videorevolver.com and sign up for free email updates. So let's go ahead and get right into things. Let's not waste any time. Now, the things that we're going to talk about here, the 7 ways to boost sales and get more clients with web video, these are not the only ways that you can use video to do this. These are just a few of my favorite ways, and please don't be limited by what we're going to talk about in this podcast. The sky is the limit when it comes to web video. These are just a few of the things that I personally like to do in my own business, things that I've had good experience and a good response with when implementing them in my business. Now, we could talk about the obvious things like doing a sales video or focusing on writing, better sales copy or a better script for your videos to make sure they convert better, how to make better sales videos and stuff like that, but that stuff is pretty obvious, okay? But I want to talk about the little things that you can do to get some big results, things that other people might not think of. If you have some competitors, again, whether you're an offline or an online business, whether you sell a product or a service, you can stand out from your competition by doing, just a couple of these techniques that we're going to talk about here. And they don't take much effort at all. They really don't. They just help you connect with your customers more and just help you stand out, in a crowded marketplace. So before we get started, I just want to address one thing. Obviously we've got 2 different types of listeners to this podcast, and this I know for sure. We've got one half of our audience, consists of service providers, people who are consultants, coaches, maybe offline or local marketers, web designers, some type of service provider. So you probably don't sell, a digital product online. You don't sell products, you sell a service, okay? And then we've got people who also, on the other hand, do sell products online. They don't offer a service. These people might be internet marketers, product owners, affiliate marketers, etc. So I realize there's 2 different types of people that listen to this podcast. So I'm going to try to touch on things that apply to both sides here. So no matter what type of business model you are in, whether you sell a product or a service, you're going to get something from this, from these 7 techniques here. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. the number one thing that I like to use, before meeting with a client, for example, let's say you offer a service to the local business market. I'll use myself as an example because that's the easiest way for me to compare it to something. Again, when I started in this business, I offered web design, and I was meeting with a lot of clients, face to face. Basically, what would happen is they would come across my website. They would fill out a quote form on my website to request more information. And then, I would call them back or email them back. And then we would set up a time and place to meet. And we would usually meet at a local coffee shop. And we would discuss, what they wanted out of a website. And I would usually end up closing them and turning them into a client. Usually I had like a 90, I would say 90% success rate closing clients when I met them in person. So this first technique is what I like to call the video before meeting. So let's say you do have to meet someone, you have to meet a client, whether it's, a potential customer, a coaching client, whatever. You have a time and place set up to meet, whether it be on Skype or in person. Usually what most people will do is, they'll just communicate through email. They'll say, okay, well, I'll see you on this date and time, can't wait to meet you or whatever. So I would recommend taking that a step further and, turning on your webcam and just shooting a quick, 60-second video for this potential client before you meet them. So again, if I was to meet a potential web design client, or I was getting ready to meet a potential web design client, I would make a quick video saying, hey, this is Peter. We talked on the phone or we talked via email. And I'm just confirming our appointment, for, this Tuesday at 2 p.m. At Panera Bread Coffee Shop. I'm really looking forward to meeting you and, talking about how we can help you get more leads and customers with a website. And again, if you have any questions for me, go ahead and reply to this email or just give me a call. And I'll be glad to answer any questions you have before the meeting. Make sure you bring a list of questions you have for me at the meeting so I can, address any questions or concerns you might have. Obviously I just made that up on the fly, but you get the point. Before you actually go and meet with this potential client, shoot a quick 60-second video for them, just saying that you're looking forward to the meeting, and then just reconfirm that you're there for them if they have any questions. And trust me, your close rate will go through the roof because they're going to get this video and they're going to say, wow, this person really cares. This is a real person on the other end. They really care. They're sending me a personal video. And it just helps you create that connection with that potential customer. And it just kind of helps also break the ice when you actually meet that person in person. Me personally, I'm kind of a introvert, shy person. So when I would meet these potential clients in a coffee shop, I've never met them before. And I would be really nervous. And I find that if you do make a video like this, you send it off to that potential client, they watch it, they'll usually reply with an email saying, wow, thanks for this video. Yeah, I do have a couple of questions for you. And that just gives you the opportunity, again, to build that relationship with them, build that rapport with that potential client before you even meet with them in person. And they'll already be sold on your product or service before you meet. And it also helps increase your confidence because before you go to the meeting, you already have a feel for how this client is feeling. You will already have an idea whether if they're going to use you or not. If you send this video off to them, they will usually reply with a response. And again, basically, it just helps increase the close rate when meeting with clients. So I highly suggest you do that. Again, all you need to do to make these types of videos is just to have a webcam, or you can even shoot a video with your phone, whatever, or you could just shoot a quick screen capture video, whatever you want to do. It really doesn't matter. I find that face-to-face videos work better. If you can do a quick talking head video into the webcam, that works the best. And again, keep it short and sweet. Don't ramble on. Keep it under 60 seconds. All right, so the next technique, number 2, is called the look inside video. Now, this technique usually only applies to people who are selling a product online. Again, I'll use myself as an example. This is a technique that I use when I do a product launch for any of my training courses or WordPress themes. I also own a WordPress theme business, by the way, primopress.com. And what I do is every time that I release a new product, again, whether it be a training course or a WordPress theme, I will obviously shoot a sales video, telling people, the benefits of the product, why they need it. And of course, the purpose of the sales video is to sell them on the product. But I will also do a look inside video, sometimes before the actual product is released, or sometimes shortly after the product is released. And this will just be a no frills, straight up, here's what you get type video. And it's just me, talking into a microphone like I am right now and recording my screen with Camtasia, basically showing what the product does. And it might go something like, hey, it's Peter. As you know, I'm getting ready to release, or I have just released, this product. You might be wondering exactly what's inside, or actually what the product is doing, or how the product works. And I just wanted to give you a quick demo and show you that. So I basically, again, if it was an info product, I would go through the members area and, say, here's all the videos you're going to get. Here's all the PDF downloads you're going to get with the videos. And here's what you're going to learn inside the members area. Here's how to contact me if you have any questions for me about the course. Or if it was a WordPress theme, I would say, here's how the theme works. Here's how to install the theme. Here's how quickly you can get the theme installed on yours or your client's website. And again, here's how to access the tutorials to learn how to use the theme. Here's how to contact us if you have any questions, etc. So it's basically just a look inside video. So if you're releasing any type of product online, in addition to your sales video, I also recommend you doing a look inside video where you basically just demo your product, walk your potential customer through what's inside and what is exactly included in your product. Some people might not read your sales letter or watch your sales video for the simple fact that it is a sales video. Usually when people come to a sales page, they will read the sales copy and they will watch the sales video if it's something they're interested in. But some people just they just don't like reading sales material. They get turned off by it. So I like to make this look inside video for those people because they just want to know, what am I getting here? Enough with the hype. Just tell me straight up, what is your product? What exactly am I getting with your product or service? So these types of look inside videos really help, get through to these types of people, and it just makes more sense to them. I like to call them look inside videos. What you see is what you get type information. All right. So number 3 is the video after meeting. Pretty similar to the video before meeting technique in number 1, but this one's a little bit different. Let's say that you do end up meeting with a potential client, again, whether it be in person at a coffee shop, in your office, in their office, or on Skype, or even through email. Let's say you're communicating with a potential client and you've met with them and you're still waiting for them to make a decision about whether they want to use you or use your company for the product or service that you're providing. And maybe they'll say, okay, well, I'll get back to you. I'm going to talk with my business partner about this and we'll get back to you. And let's say it's been, well, let's say they said they would get back to you within a couple of days. And let's say it's been, 3 days instead of 2 days. They haven't responded to you yet. And you really want to know whether they're going, whether they've made a decision or not. You want to turn them into a client. You want to close this deal and get the project moving forward. A little trick that you can do is basically fire up your webcam or again, your iPhone, whatever, shoot a quick video and say, hey, I really enjoyed meeting you the other day. I think we've covered a lot of things and I think we've solved a lot of potential problems with your existing website. And I think we've figured out some ways that we can increase traffic, increase sales and conversions with this new design, whatever. Again, whatever the meeting's about, I'm just making this up off the top of my head. But basically just a video restating the important topics that you covered at the meeting, restating the positive things that you talked about in the meeting, the things that you figured out, the ideas that you guys came up with during the meeting. And again, restating the benefits of the product or service that you're trying to get this customer to invest in from you. And just say, it's been a couple of days and just wondering if you guys have had a chance to make a decision. If you have any questions for me, just reply to this email or give me a call. And a video, just a simple video like that, you would be surprised at how many people will actually respond to it or pick up the phone and call you and say, yes, I've been meaning to call you, or yes, I've been meaning to email you. Thanks for the video. Yes, let's move forward with this. I've had so many clients who I thought were lost. You know what I mean? I didn't hear back from them, some even longer than a week. And eventually I just, shot a quick video and said, hey, I was basically just wondering if you've came to a decision yet. And, I know we talked about this in the meeting. I know we figured this out. I know we figured out how, why you are having such a high bounce rate on your website and how to address that with the new website design, whatever. If you have any questions for me, just reply to this email or give me a call and I'd be glad to help. I really want to get this project moving forward so we can help you increase sales on your website. Again, just making that whole thing up, but you get the idea. So number 3 is, again, shoot a quick video for people that you've had a meeting with. If you're trying to close a potential client, whether it be for a service that you offer, or maybe you're trying to turn them into a coaching client, shoot a quick, short, customized video for them and send it over to them. Okay, number 4 is what I like to call the post-launch video. So this applies mainly to online product owners. Again, as you can see, we're kind of going back and forth here between service providers and product owners. Again, because I want to touch on both different sides here, and I want to address everybody who's listening to this podcast. So the post-launch video is a video that I like to send out shortly after I do a product launch. So usually when you do a product launch, you go through a series of pre-sales videos, where you're going through the sales process through a series of 1 to 3 videos, and then eventually you launch the product. And when you launch the product, that's where you'll get the bulk of your sales. All the sales will come in. All these sales will come in, and they'll usually come in within the first couple hours after launch, and then they'll kind of taper off after the first day or two. And then sales kind of slow down after a product launch. So what I have found out is that after the first or second or maybe even third day, put together a post-launch video, which basically addresses things such as FAQs, frequently asked questions that you're getting, via email or, via support tickets and stuff like that. Maybe you're getting a lot of questions from people over and over again about, certain questions about your product. Maybe people are having questions about, how do they get access to the members area, or how can they download the videos, or do you cover this topic in your course, or can your software do this? So you might notice that you're getting the same question over and over again. So you might want to address some frequently asked questions like that in a post-launch video. Again, just fire up Camtasia, make a quick couple PowerPoint slides, and address some common questions you're getting. Because if you're getting the same question, say, a handful of times from different people, chances are many other people who haven't bought yet also have the same question. They just haven't asked you because they either are too lazy to, or they don't think they'll get a reply, or, whatever the reason may be. Some people just won't ask the question. They'll have it in their head and they just won't ask the question. They'll I do this myself. When I want to buy something, I might have a question about it, but I really don't feel like contacting the product owner to ask them the question, because I feel like I really don't want to wait for the reply, or I'm too lazy, or whatever. So again, put together a quick post-launch video shortly after your product launch, answer some frequently asked questions. And again, you're going to find that when you send this video out, you're going to get a lot of people who haven't bought yet. They're going to jump on your offer and invest in it because you just answered some questions they had in their mind. Another thing you can do is, again, restate what's inside your product. So this can kind of tie in with the look inside video. So you can do some of the aspects that we talked about in the look inside video, basically demo your product, what it does. You can say like, okay, some people were asking about this feature, and so let me demonstrate exactly how this feature works. And then you go ahead and you demo your product and that specific feature. Another thing I like to do is I like to talk about social proof. So if I'm getting a lot of testimonials or reviews, about my product already, then I'll basically take those testimonials and I will include them in the email, or in the email that it contains the link to this video, or within the video itself. So for example, the last product I released was called PLR Video Smackdown version 1 and 2. There were 2 different products that were a set of PLR videos, private label rights videos, that people could buy and basically resell them to their local business clients. So this product had pre-made videos for businesses in the dental niche, the real estate niche, lawyers, etc. And they're basically generic web commercials, for these types of businesses. So people who also did local marketing could buy these PLR packs and resell these done for you videos to their clients. So we actually launched this as a WSO on the Warrior Forum, and people were leaving reviews right in the WSO thread itself. So I was taking these reviews. Wow, I took like the 2 or 3 favorite reviews that I got in that thread, and in my email to people who hadn't bought yet, I included those reviews right in the email. And I've also done this on my previous products before. I would basically take a screenshot of the review and put it right in the video itself and say, so and so says this about the product. It's already helped them do this. It's already helped them get new clients. It's already helped them increase sales, etc. Again, to make these videos, all you have to do is, fire up your screen capture software, record your screen, maybe a quick, 3 to 5 minute video addressing some frequently asked questions, showing your potential customers your product, demoing the different features of it, and again, showing some social proof. Sending this video out a couple days after your product launch has been released, and then you're going to see a huge spike in sales come through. All right, so number 5 is video proposals. This kind of applies to the service providers who are listening. Now, what I used to do when I was offering web design was that, after people would fill out my quote request form on my website, I would respond with a video instead of an email. So I offered web design, so I have this quote form on my website, which basically asks a bunch of questions about what type of website that person needs. Or I would ask a bunch of questions about the person's business. They would answer all these questions so that I would know exactly what type of website they needed, so I could provide them with an accurate quote. So usually I would respond to that quote request with something like, okay, based on the answers that you gave me in the quote request form, I believe that you would benefit from this type of website with these different features, and here's what we would charge you for that. So for a while I was responding to quote requests with an email like that, and then eventually I decided to, instead of just replying with an email, I would shoot a quick video basically saying my proposal to them. Instead of saying it in an email, I would say it with a quick video. So I would reply to their quote request email. I would say, hey, thanks a lot, so-and-so, for filling out the quote request form on our website. I just shot a quick video for you to talk about what I think would work best for your business. Here's a link to watch it. Let me know what you think. And then in that video, I would basically say, I would walk them through all the answers they gave me on the quote request form. I would have a couple PowerPoint slides up, and I would basically say, because of all these different answers you gave me, this is the type of website I recommend. These are the different features I recommend implementing on the website, whether it be a squeeze page, a video marketing plan, whatever the case may be. I would basically talk about these different features that I recommend for them. Then I would talk about the different ways that we could accomplish this. And then at the end, I would say, here's what it's going to cost you. And then at the end of that video, I would have a call to action saying, if you want to get started to get started on this right away, click the button below this video, and to make, your first payment on this website plan, and it would usually be 25 to 50% of the quoted price. They would click the PayPal button, make the payment, and I would give them a call on the phone, and we would get started with the website. So that's an easy way to increase the close rate on people who actually fill out a quote form on your website, or people who actually want to know more about how to actually buy one of your services. So again, instead of just responding with a boring email with your quote in it, shoot a quick customized video for them. If you can show your face in that video, even better. Give your sales pitch in that video, and then again ask for them to take an action and give them a way to take that action, whether it be to click an order button below the video, or to give you a call so you can run their credit card, whatever. Or if they want to meet in person, the call to action would be to set up a meeting with you. And again, to make these videos, you can just shoot it with Camtasia or a quick webcam video with your iPhone, whatever the case may be. It doesn't really matter how you shoot the video. Just creating the video is the important part. So again, video proposals at number 5. Instead of replying with boring emails or PDF proposals, shoot a quick video proposal and watch your conversions go through the roof. So number 6 is what I like to call the bio video. So a bio video is a quick video that tells your story, very similar to an about page on your website. So people love hearing stories. They love hearing how other people have beat the odds. People who have faced all the odds and faced hard times and overcame those hard times and were able to start a business, for example. If you listen to episode number 2 of this podcast, I kind of did this. I went through and I told my story on how I quit my job and how I was able to start my business and create a 6-figure business, basically from nothing, from scratch in under a couple years. People love hearing that type of stuff. I know I do. I love hearing people's stories. How they started their businesses, how they came up with their product ideas, and people who didn't believe in them, and how they were able to achieve what they wanted to achieve, despite all the people telling them they couldn't do it and stuff like that. I love hearing stories like that, and I know other people do too. So what I recommend you do, no matter what type of business you're in, whether it's selling products or offering a service, create a quick bio video about you, about your business. How did your business get started? What gave you the idea to start that business? How did you come up with your first product idea? When did you get your first customer? How did you find your first customer? What finally clicked in your head to make your business, or what finally clicked in your business where things really started coming together for you? Talk about your story, and trust me, put this together in a quick video. It doesn't have to be fancy. You can go as far as creating a fancy video and interview yourself, kind of like an Apple style product demo video where you basically can interview yourself and answer questions about yourself. Or you could just do a quick PowerPoint slide video saying, hi, this is so-and-so from ABC Consulting. This is how long we've been in business. We got started a couple years back when we realized there was a lack of other people serving this market, and people needed help with their websites, etc. And just go through why you came up with this business idea, and talk about the different customers that you've helped. Maybe include some testimonials in this video. And trust me, people will eat this stuff up. What I like to do with these types of videos is use them in your email signatures. So every day you communicate with potential clients or existing clients via email. Okay. Again, whether you're an online product seller or you're a service provider, you communicate with your customers through email. So what I would recommend you do is shoot a quick video talking about how you get started. Include a link to that video in your email signature. So your email signature might say, have your name, your website, your contact information. And then you could add a second line or an additional line to this bio video. So it would say to hear our story, watch this video. For example, if your business name was ABC Consulting, the link would say, watch the ABC Consulting story. Okay, how we got started, and a link to the video. And what that's going to do is it's going to show people that you are a real person just like them. You've faced difficulties, you've faced hardships, and you were able to overcome them. And what that does is it inspires people, and it lets them know that you're a real person just like them. And people love doing business with people, not huge businesses. So when they watch this short video, about you, it just helps them connect with you on a personal level and increases the chances of them doing business with you. So number 7 is what I like to call the social proof video. Again, this works with online product sellers or service providers. It really doesn't matter. So what I like to do is I like to interview my customers and get testimonials from them. And I like to include those testimonials in my sales materials. Just as an example, one of my courses, Video Marketing Secrets. In that sales video, I actually interviewed some of my customers from my first Video Revolver course. So just as a little backstory, in 2010, I believe, or 2011, I can't remember now. One of those 2 years, I released my very first course on using web video to get more sales, get more clients, stuff like that. And the course itself was called Video Revolver. That's how I came up with the brand name Video Revolver. And I released the course, and lots of people bought the course. It actually sold a couple thousand copies. And lots of people got a lot of valuable information from the course and were able to apply it in their business. And they ended up getting some pretty good results with video. And I knew this. So what I did is, before I started working on my second course, which ended up being Video Marketing Secrets, I sent out an email to everyone on my customer list from the first course. And I said, hi, first of all, I wanted to say thanks so much for being a customer of my first Video Revolver course. The reason for this email is I need your help with something. I'm working on a new course called Video Marketing Secrets. And I'm looking for some success stories from people who have applied my teachings in their business and have seen results with it. I would really appreciate it if you could reply with a quick, short video talking about how my course has helped you in your business. If you can do this, I will give you access to the new course completely free. I'm only looking for 5 people or 5 testimonial videos. So please just respond with this short video, and I'll give you a link to the new course when it comes out. And I got a lot of responses from people who sent me short videos talking about how my course helped them. And I was able to use these short video testimonials in my new sales video for the new course. And that helped increase conversions like crazy. So again, this is something I highly recommend you do, whether you're, again, an online or an offline type business. I also did this in my web design business. When I had customers who I had did a website for, and they were happy with my service, obviously, at the end, I would basically email them and I would say, hi, I'm hoping that you're happy with the website and that it's helping you get more leads into your business, and hopefully it's helping you out, obviously. If I was wondering if I could get a few minutes of your time to grab a quick video testimonial from you, or I would basically say, can I get 2 minutes of your time to basically ask you a few questions about your experience with us? And I would basically, since this business was local, I would usually just spend a day and I would drive around visiting all my customers, and I would spend a few minutes interviewing them in person. I would say, can you tell me a little bit about how this website has helped you so far? I'd ask them questions like that, and I would get these short little testimonial videos together, and I would use them on my website. And, when people came to my website or went through my sales funnel, they would see these videos. And again, it just helps out with conversions. So you can put these videos on your website to show off to potential clients, or you could also load them up in your email follow-up sequence and have this video be sent out automatically to people who have not invested in your product or service after a certain number of days. to hopefully help finally push them over the edge and take that step towards investing in your product or service. Or you can put them directly in your sales pages or sales videos. I've also done this, and again, it helps increase sales and conversions on your products or service. I don't know about you, but when I go to buy something online, if it has a horrible review, especially on Amazon or something like that, if it has less than like a 4-star review, I will not buy it. It's crazy how much of an impact social proof has on us nowadays when making a buying decision. Back in the day, when before the internet, we didn't really have that amount of social proof readily available to us as a consumer. So we really had no idea if other people liked this product or not, whether it was a crappy product or a good product. We had no idea on how to know that stuff, unless we read reviews in magazines or asked friends and family. But online, reviews and social proof is available to us, instantly. And as a business owner, you should really be taking advantage of this. Use your testimonials everywhere. Use them in your videos. Use them on your sales pages. And you'll see conversions go through the roof. So there you go. There are 7 ways to use video to increase sales and get more clients in your business. Before we go ahead and end this show, I just want to talk about some tools that might help you along your way in creating these types of videos. I just came across a cool website called VSnap. I believe it's vsnap.com. Go ahead and Google it. It's just a quick... It's a real simple website that allows you to shoot short and simple videos and send them out to anyone, really. You can send them out to your potential customers, your existing customers, your friends, family, dog, niece, nephew. It really doesn't matter. It's just a website called vsnap.com, and you can record right on their website from your webcam and create and send out videos. And it's a free service. Check that out. Also, Jing.com allows you to record free screen capture videos up to 5 minutes in length. Also, Screener.com, that's also a web-based screen recorder software that you can record videos. I believe they are also limited to 5 minutes in length. Don't hold me to that. But it's a web-based screen recorder software. You don't have to download anything. You can record right from their website, and it is free. So my final thoughts here are, of course, that again, these are just a few of the many ways that you can use video to increase sales and get more clients. There are many more possibilities and ways that I have personally used video. So again, don't be limited by this list. Just use this as an idea on how to get started. If you have any other ideas, that you want to add to this list, or maybe you have a question for me about any of these, head on over to my site, videorevolver.com. and post a question right in the comments section below this podcast. So if you go to my website and click on podcast, you can find this episode number 3, and go ahead and leave a comment in the comments box below this podcast post. And of course, if you want to learn more about how to create amazing web videos that increase sales of your own products and services, or for your clients' products and services, maybe you want to offer video marketing as a service, then you should check out some of my products on videorevolver.com. I'm also working on a new course that's going to be revealing how I create and sell short and simple web commercials to other businesses. It's called 30-minute web commercials, and I'm actually working on finishing up that product right now, and it will be out hopefully this month, March 2013. So be on the lookout for that. And if you're on my email list, you will get an email about this when I'm getting ready to release this. Okay, so before we end the show, I also wanted to just say, please send me your feedback. If you want me to cover anything specific on the show, or maybe there's someone you want me to interview and get on the show, let me know. Give me a call on the Video Revolver voicemail line. We'll play the number here in a minute when we cue in the outro clip. So listen for that. But let me know what you want to hear. I really want your I'm really interested in your feedback and what you want me to cover in this show. If you have any ideas, just let me know. Thanks so much for listening, and I will see you next week. Thanks for listening to the Video Revolver Podcast. If you like the show, you should check me out on videorevolver.com, where you'll find more tips, tricks, and techniques on how you can create amazing web videos that sell more of your products and services. If you have any questions for me, you can always leave a comment directly on the website, or you can always call me on the Video Revolver voicemail line and leave me a message. I might play your question and answer it live on the air in a future episode. That number